I'm glad you're still with us. Our next guest has tremendous experience with and compassion for those dealing with addiction. She's worked at the Washington County Health Department for 15 years and is currently the agency's Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Prevention Coordinator. It's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kari Farrow, who said, "Preventing alcohol and drug abuse is my passion. It's not just my job." Ms. Farrow, who received her Human Services degree from Hagerstown Junior College, shares her knowledge in a variety of settings across the county. Hospice of Washington County is fortunate to have her serve as a member of the Boonsboro Community Life Center Advisory Council. In that role, she and other members advise HWC on how best to utilize the Boonsboro Community Life Center to meet the community's needs. Kari joins us today to talk about a program she will be leading at the Boonsboro CLC on Thursday, April 27th at 1 o'clock. Kari will discuss opioid addiction, provide information on Narcan, and teach attendees how to administer this life-saving medication. Kari, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're so glad you're here. Welcome. So, Kari, first maybe just for our audience, you can tell what Narcan is and how it works.
Narcan is a medication that can reverse an opioid overdose if caught in time. And how it works, at the health department, we use the intranasal. We train and dispense the intranasal, so it's just like a nasal spray.
Okay. And could you tell us what kind of information will be covered, and if you can show us some of your samples that you'll be demonstrating, that would be helpful.
In the trainings, they will learn actually what is an opioid. A lot of times people, when they think of opioid, they only think of heroin, or they only think of Percocet. So they'll be learning the different opioids, prescription as well as narcotic, illegal opioids. And they will also get a script, or they'll actually be leaving with the actual naloxone. Right now we currently have the 1-piece 4 milligram. That is, like I said, just like a nasal spray if you was to go to CVS or Rite Aid. This is the old one that we used to dispense 2 years ago, the 2 milligram, which had to be put together. So this new one, the 4 milligram, is so much nicer, 1 piece. So when they leave the training, they'll be leaving with knowledge of, like I said, the opioids, different opioids, as well as they'll get a 2-year certification card, which allows them to administer naloxone. So they'll be certified, and they'll actually be leaving with the actual Narcan itself.
Okay. And Kari, is there any negative consequences to somebody who administers Narcan, and do they have any legal culpability if they're not successful?
No. Under the Good Samaritan law that was passed in October 2015, they would not be held accountable if the person, if it becomes a fatality. So everyone is, like I said, covered under the Good Samaritan law, which I think is important to get out there, for the substance users themselves, because what was happening when someone would overdose, they would leave the individual in the house or throw them out of the car in the alley out of fear of incarceration. But everyone is covered under that Good Samaritan law. As long as they make a good faith effort to save the individual's life, they will not be charged.
Okay. And this workshop is going to be held at the Boonsboro Community Life Center on April 25th? Thursday, April 25th at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Who should attend this workshop, and how long does it last?
The workshop itself, depending upon questions at the end, about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, again, depending on questions. I think it's very important for anyone and everyone to come get trained. This, again, is a life-saving tool, and you never know where you may have to administer at. People are thinking just younger generation, it's the older generation as well. We may have grandparents that forgot that they took their medication already and take it again. So you just never know. It's happening at homes, it's happening in public places. So I just think it's very important for anyone that's interested in helping save a life get trained.
Okay, that sounds great, and it's really encouraging people to attend. And I just checked my notes, and that date is April 27th. 27th, yeah, I said the wrong date. Kari, I know part of the reason that you are supporting us in the Boonsboro Community Life Center is because you have identified a need in our community to provide this training. The health department also does this at other locations. Maybe you could mention those.
We actually have at least 2 community trainings a month. I try to have a daytime one as well as an evening one because of individuals' work schedules. So we actually have a page, Project Act Now. If anyone is on the internet, they can go to projectactnow.org, or if they're on social media, Facebook, they can search Project Act Now, and it shows all of our training dates as well as the Washington County Health Department's page as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing that information. And I hope our viewers who are interested in this topic come down to the Boonsboro Community Life Center and get to participate and learn from an expert.
Thank you so much.
I'm grateful to Kari for a lot of reasons, for being on today's program, for her passion for preventing drug and alcohol abuse, for serving on the Boonsboro Community Life Center Council, and also for leading the Narcan training at our Life Center and also throughout the county. According to a 2016 report issued by the American Society of Addiction Medicine, more than 2.5 million Americans, 12 and older, have an opioid substance disorder. This is a huge problem that requires all of us to work together. If you would like to attend one of these free Narcan trainings and be certified, please contact Hospice of Washington County at 301-791-6360 or call the Washington County Health Department for more information. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Healing, Hope, and Health. We'll see you next time.